Hi, all. It's Pastor Jen from Pacific Lutheran University, and I've been thinking about you all and trying to think of ways to share some love with you, some virtual love. And so this is what I'm going to try. So, in the 1970s, or maybe it was the 1980s, our family historical memory is a little bit fuzzy. My grandpa Roger, who was also a pastor, started something called the Warm Line. So, not a hotline, but a phone number that you could call day or night to hear a recorded message of love and hope. He started it because many members of his congregation were isolated because of illness or age or maybe some other reasons. And they wanted a friendly voice to connect with and to hear, to provide some comfort. So Grandpa Roger recorded a brief message every day for like 25 years. And folks could call in and hear his gentle and his compassionate voice. When I was a kid and we would go visit Grandma and Grandpa, Grandpa Roger would let us be on the warm line. So we would maybe read a scripture passage or a prayer or just say hi and kind of giggle in the background. And so in this time of physical distancing and remote learning, of isolating ourselves to protect and care for the greater community, I'm going to try a 21st century version of Grandpa Roger's Warm Line by posting short videos that I hope will provide you with some spiritual nourishment and maybe some sustenance for these days ahead. So today I'm thinking about breath. With so many uncertainties and things changing every day, it's really hard to catch our breath. Whether you're a college student that is figuring out what it means to be a student living back in your parents' house, or you're a faculty member that is transferring your curriculum to this online learning platform so that your students can learn and complete the course, or if you're an administrator who is making hard decisions really every single day, trying to keep the greater community safe and healthy. It's a lot. And we know that this is likely a marathon and not a sprint. And so we're going to need some care and some love to sustain us. In many spiritual traditions, breath is intimately connected with the sacred and with the life force that animates and sustains us all and the universe. In Hebrew and Greek, which are the original languages of the Hebrew Scriptures and the Christian Bible, the word for breath and the word for spirit is the same word. Spirit as in the human spirit, but also the divine spirit. So if you're feeling anxious, if your spirit is feeling overwhelmed or depleted today, please keep breathing. It is a holy act, and it is a reminder that we are not alone. I want to share a poem with you written by Metta Herrick Carlson that I hope will help us breathe a little bit. The poem is called For Pandemic Panic. Breathe and feel the Spirit filling your whole body. Breathe and give thanks. It is a wild gift every single time. Breathe and acknowledge the grief of your plans changing, the fear of uncertain things looming too large to bear alone. Breathe and consider how well Christ knows, how fiercely God cares. Breathe and lift up your neighbor more vulnerable still. Breathe and believe we are in this together and that the next right thing is enough. But first, remember to breathe. I'll close with this reading from the Hebrew Scriptures from Isaiah chapter 42. Thus says God, the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spread out the earth and what comes from it, who gives breath to the people upon it and spirit to those who walk in it. I am the Lord. I have called you in righteousness. I have taken you by the hand and kept you. I have given you as a covenant to the people, a light to the nations, to open the eyes that are blind, to bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, from the prison those who sit in darkness. And now, may God, who is the breath of life, sustain you with grace, now and always. Talk to you soon.